transferring those items over to the exit platform for you. Other than that, just sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. Mahalo! Aloha, and welcome aboard the Pineapple Express train tour. This 2-mile, 22-minute train ride will take you through a working plantation of pineapple and other crops, often featuring fields in all stages of growth, from planting to harvest. To our right are the grounds of the Plantation Garden Tour, where guests can take a leisurely stroll through 8 different mini gardens and get an up-close view of a variety of plants, flowers, and native species while listening to stories about life on the plantation and Hawaiian heritage. Just a few announcements as we head out into the plantation. For your safety and those around you, please stay seated. Keep your head, arms, legs, and any devices, including selfie sticks, inside the train at all times. Please refrain from eating or drinking, and if you should accidentally drop something outside the train, there are numbered markers along the train path. Just tell us the marker number where you dropped your item, and we'll be able to retrieve it for you upon our return. And now, sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. Let's begin our journey with a little history on this special place of Oahu called Wahiawa. Before the Hawaiian Islands were united by King Kamehameha I, Wahiawa was where Oahu chiefs and their armies lived, trained, and fought for control of the island. Wahiawa was also the birthplace of royal family members. Roughly translated, the name Wahiawa means place of rumbling. It was believed the rumbling sound of thunderstorms common in this area were the voices of the ancestral gods welcoming an offspring of divine rank. Today, Wahiawa is home to people of all backgrounds. If you can spare some time, visit one of the many shops and restaurants in Wahiawa town and experience the hometown pride and aloha spirit displayed by its residents. Off to our left are pineapple fields in various stages, ranging from land preparation to harvest. Here, pineapple is grown year-round. However, depending on the time of the year, the fields you see may be fallow or undergoing planting or harvesting. To prepare the field for planting, the ground is plowed and mixed with fertilizer, resulting in a fine, nutrient-rich soil. Next, strips of thin plastic mulch are laid in the field. The plastic mulch helps to confine the fumigant, retain moisture, control weeds and pests, and heat the soil to stimulate root growth. After the field is prepared, the planting process begins. The green leafy top of the pineapple, called the crown, is the preferred planting material used in Hawaii. Each crown is planted by hand. The planters use a sharp planting knife to cut a hole through the plastic mulch. They then place the bottom of the crown directly into the hole. A skilled planter can plant roughly 10,000 pineapples a day, or nearly half an acre. To irrigate the fields, a tube is placed between the rows of pineapple. When water is needed, it is dripped from the tubes directly onto the root. Harvesting, like planting, is also done by hand. The first crop, called the plant crop, takes 18 months from planting to harvest. The second crop, called the ratoon crop, takes another 12 months, resulting in a 2.5-year cycle. After the last crop is harvested, the field is knocked down and the pineapple plants plowed under. The land then lays fallow for almost a year before the new cycle begins. To harvest the pineapple, a crew of workers will walk through the rows of pineapple, twisting off the fruit and placing it on a boom conveyor, which gently moves the fruit to a bin on an awaiting truck. Even in the hot summer months, the workers must wear heavy clothing, gloves, and mesh goggles to protect themselves from the sharp, rigid leaves of the pineapple plant. Once the truck is full, the pineapple is transported to the Dole packing plant, located right across the street from the Dole Plantation parking lot. Before entering the packing plant, the pineapples are placed in a water dump system designed to clean and separate the pineapple, so only the best quality fruit makes its way into the packing plant. Once inside, workers hand select the fruit based on size and shell color and carefully pack them into boxes. Roughly half of the Dole pineapple grown in Hawaii is sent to various stores and restaurants throughout the Hawaiian Islands. The other half is shipped primarily to the west coast of the United States, with some pineapple even making its way to Japan. So, how can you tell if a fresh pineapple sold in a store in your hometown is a Dole pineapple grown in Hawaii? Just look for the tag. If it says Dole Royal Hawaiian Pineapple on the tag, you've got yourself a genuine Dole pineapple grown right here in the islands. Here's a bit of history on the pineapple. The Hawaiian word for pineapple is halakahiki, which means foreign fruit. It is believed that pineapple first originated in Paraguay or Brazil. Carried aboard 15th and 16th century trade ships, pineapple was soon found growing as far away as Mexico, Australia, China, and India. Christopher Columbus brought pineapples back from his travels in the New World, and it quickly became a gourmet fruit throughout Europe. No one knows exactly how or when pineapples first arrived here in Hawaii, but historians believe that a Spanish shipwreck in 1527 off the South Dakota coast of the Big Island brought tools, garments, and plants, including pineapples from Mexico to Hawaii. Captain John Kidwell is credited with founding Hawaii's pineapple industry. In the 1880s, he imported and tested a number of different pineapple varieties and selected the smooth cayenne variety for its cylindrical form and uniform texture. Most of the pineapple in Hawaii is grown at elevations below 3,000 feet. Good fruit quality is attributed to areas having a combination of relatively cool night temperatures, a high percentage of sunny days, and day temperatures ranging from 70 to 85 degrees Fahrenheit, which makes Wahiawa perfect for growing pineapple. Now, some of you may be wondering why the soil is reddish in color. Well, it's because the decomposed volcanic ash in the soil results in high amounts of oxidized iron, which in turn causes the reddish tint. The high iron content in the soil is good for growing pineapple. So how do you know when a pineapple is ready to be picked? Generally, you want to select the pineapple that is plump and fresh looking. In other words, the leaves in the crown should be fresh and green, and the body of the pineapple firm. Keep in mind, a large pineapple doesn't necessarily mean the fruit will be better tasting or any riper than a smaller pineapple. Also, the color of the shell is not necessarily a sign of maturity or ripeness. A pineapple can be ripe when the shell is practically all green. Once the pineapple is picked, it will not ripen any further or get any sweeter. So the sooner they're eaten, the better. If you don't plan to use a fresh pineapple right away, store it in your refrigerator, it'll keep longer. And if you're interested in learning the proper way to cut and core a pineapple, check out our free pineapple cutting demonstration in the Dole Plantation store. The demonstration will also show you how to grow your own pineapple at home, and you'll even get to sample some fresh cut pineapple. Here's some trivia for you. Did you know that pineapple is an excellent way to cap off a heavy meal? That's because fresh pineapples contain the enzyme bromelain, which is a natural digestive agent that breaks down protein. And for you aspiring chefs, here's a cooking tip. Use fresh pineapple in a meat marinade to add flavor and to help tenderize the meat. Besides being a tasty fruit, the pineapple is also regarded as a symbol of hospitality. Long ago, when the European colonists first traveled to North America, they brought pineapples with them, which they would place out on their porch, door, or entrance to their home. This was a symbol to their neighbors that their voyage is over, our door is open, food and drink for everyone. This tradition continued throughout the years, and to this day, the pineapple is seen as a symbol of hospitality. proudly displayed in residences and business establishments throughout the world. Chocolate lovers, this crop on our left is for you. This is a field of cacao trees. The fruit of the cacao tree is a football-shaped pod that comes in various colors. The pod ranges in size from 8 to 14 inches long and grows directly from the tree's main branches and trunk. Chocolate is made from the beans that are inside the pods. If the pods aren't visible, look for the trees with long green leaves. Those are the cacao trees. A variety of other trees border the cacao field, which help to shield the cacao trees from excessive wind and sun. Cacao trees flourish in humid tropical regions in a narrow band 10 degrees above and below the equator. The Hawaiian Islands at 21 degrees north are one of the few exceptions with unique microclimates that promote the exceptionally deep, complex flavors in the chocolate. Hawaii's chocolate industry is relatively new, but is quickly establishing itself as a source for some of the best and rarest chocolates in the world. A few miles north of Dole Plantation is the Wahiawa Estate Cacao Farm, run by Dole Food Company. The rich volcanic soil and excellent growing conditions in this area, combined with high-quality chocolate-making practices, have allowed Wahiawa Estate to become the undisputed leader and producer of the best chocolate in Hawaii. If you haven't done so already, we encourage you to visit the Wahiawa Estate chocolate display area inside the Dole Plantation store. In addition to showcasing a delicious assortment of world-class chocolates, we also conduct a free demonstration on how chocolate is produced from bean to bar. If you haven't noticed, there's a large reservoir out here. It's called the Tanata Reservoir and was constructed in the early 1900s. The reservoir holds roughly 155 million gallons of water and is used to irrigate the pineapple fields and other agricultural crops in this area. Okay, let's take a short break and enjoy some music performed by local recording artist Manoa DNA. Their CD titled Pineapple Express is only available here at Dole Plantation, and you can pick up a copy for just $5 by showing your train stop. Here's Manoa DNA.
Where the mountains and the ocean play together as the palm trees sway. The mana of our islands have a special place in your heart. Como mai, everybody come and join us from near or far. Celebrate your life in a place so nice. Dance the hula to your favorite melody. Only in Hawaii, bird to surf, build a castle, feel the warmth of the sun. Or go hiking to the top of Mauna Kea and see all that you can. When you leave our special islands with aloha in your memory, spread the word that ohana in Hawaii means your family. Celebrate your life in a place so nice. Dance the hula to your favorite melody. Only in Hawaii.
That was Manoa DNA with their hit song, Only in Hawaii. Well, our story of the pineapple just wouldn't be complete without mentioning the most influential person in Hawaii's pineapple industry, James Drummond Dole. James Dole arrived in Hawaii in 1899, and the following year he bought a 61-acre tract of land right here in Wahiawa, where he established his first pineapple plantation. Early on, James Dole knew there would be a huge market for pineapple outside of Hawaii. However, the only way to reach this market was to pack and seal the pineapple in cans. As a result, in 1901, James Dole built the pineapple cannery here in Wahiawa, which marked the start of the Hawaiian Pineapple Company. Several years later, in 1907, the cannery was relocated to Honolulu Harbor, closer to the labor pool, shipping ports, and supplies. The Honolulu Cannery, at one time the world's largest cannery, remained in operation until 1991. As the demand for pineapple grew, so did the need for more land. So, in 1922, James Dole bought the island of Lanai and converted it from a cactus-covered island with 150 people into the largest pineapple plantation in the world. For nearly 70 years, Lanai operated as a pineapple plantation, and in its heyday supplied nearly 75% of the world's pineapple. By the 1930s, Hawaii was known as the pineapple capital of the world, and James Dole, the Pineapple King. The Hawaiian Pineapple Company he founded was now processing over 200,000 tons of pineapple a year, helping to make pineapple Hawaii's second largest industry, responsible for 90% of all the canned pineapple produced in the world. James Drummond Dole passed away in 1958 at the age of 80. The Hawaiian Pineapple Company he founded is now known the world over as Dole Food Company, and the Dole brand is one of the most recognized brands in the world. Another agricultural product that played a major role in this area was sugar. Back in the 1950s, there were over 20,000 acres of agricultural land in this area. Roughly half were pineapple fields, and the other half sugarcane fields. Many of the early pineapple and sugar plantation laborers were from foreign countries, such as China, Japan, and the Philippines. Plantation villages or camps were set up to house the workers and their families. These villages reflected the different cultures the laborers brought with them. In fact, many cultural aspects of these plantation villages have endured and influenced life in Hawaii today. Over the years, Hawaii's agricultural land has shifted from being dominated by sugar and pineapple to a multitude of crops, including bananas, macadamia nuts, papayas, and flowers. Hawaii also produces some of the best coffee, which has been growing in the island since the 1800s. Coffee plants generally take 7 years to reach full production. Hawaiian coffees are world-famous Arabica varietals such as Typica, Katuai, Katura, and Mocha. The Typica variety was first introduced to Kona farmers from Guatemala and is now grown on Oahu's North Shore as Wahiawa Estate Coffee, which is owned and operated by Dole Food Company. In the spring, following heavy rains, coffee plants produce small, fragrant white flowers which last only a few days. The fruits grow for 6 months and slowly change from green to yellow to a glossy deep red, at which point the cherries, as they are called, are ready for picking. Harvested cherries must first be wet milled to remove the skin and dried as green bean coffee. Next, the green beans are dry milled to remove hulls or parchment. They are then classified and bagged for roasting. Try a cup of fresh brewed Wahiawa Estate coffee inside the Dole Plantation store and taste the difference. Then take home a bag or two.
Aloha! We're Manoa DNA. Don't forget to check out our exclusive album in the gift center. For only $5, it features the original songs from this train ride, as well as the official theme song for the Pineapple Express, which is coming up right now.
Don't you worry, just live carefree. This will satisfy your deepest curiosities. Take my advice, you should ride on it twice to view the island's rarest paradise. Take a ride, feel some life on the mountainside. See the island's beauty from mountain to Makai. Meet our guest and take a breath of the air so fresh. Step out on the Pineapple Express. Ride on the Pineapple Express. Don't move fast, better relax. Feel the locomotive on the smooth train tracks. Smell that's so pure, your senses just can't ignore. Bananas, mangoes, pineapples galore. a ride, you'll feel sublime on the mountainside. See the island's beauty from Mauka to Makai. Be our guest and take a breath of the air so fresh. Step out on the Pineapple Express. Ride on the Pineapple Express. Send your biggest shopper out to Pineapple Beach. Still with hair, he's looking oh so sweet. Showing your aloha and get ready for a treat. When the engine starts rumbling, you'll feel it in your feet. Just feel it in your feet. Oh, take a ride, you'll feel so light on the mountainside. See the island's beauty from Mauka to Makai. Be our guest and take a breath of the air so fresh. Step out on the Pineapple Express. Ride on the Pineapple Express. Step out on the Pineapple Express.
As we near the train station off to the right, you'll see our photovoltaic solar farm, which helps provide nearly a third of Dole Plantation's energy consumption. Just another way we benefit from our nearly year-round sunshine. Well, we hope you enjoyed the tour. There's a lot more to see and do here at Dole Plantation. Test your directional skills in the world's largest maze. Stroll through the plantation garden, or cool down with the world-famous Dole Whip inside the Dole Plantation store. If you plan on making your way to the North Shore, turn right as you exit the parking lot and head north on Kamehameha Highway for about 10 minutes. Besides having some of the world's best beaches, you'll also find dozens of unique shops, art galleries, and restaurants. Mahalo for taking a tour on the Pineapple Express. See you again soon. Aloha.
Misty rain will fall, sun will always shine. Go and let your body soak it in. The weather brings you down, close your eyes and run. You'll find your happiness again. Just let it all hang loose. Don't worry about the blues.
demonstrations located inside the